Hello, I'm Lauretta Enders, Vice President and Broker of Emerald Management Realty Ltd. I'm joining Courtney Johnson at the Nuera Insurance office today. Nuera is a valued partner of Emerald, and Courtney is Nuera's Business Development Manager. She's here to tell us about the importance of tenant insurance, why you need it, and how it benefits you as a tenant. Thank you for spending time with us today, Courtney.
Thank you, Lauretta. It's a pleasure to have you here today. Thanks for coming to visit us at the office. I'm excited to do this.
Me too. Now let's get started. One of the questions that we get asked often is, why does a tenant need insurance when an owner already has insurance?
It's really important that renters have their own tenant policies because it covers their liability. So if they cause a claim that they're at fault for, and it covers their personal contents as well. So the owner of the rental is the person that's responsible for the physical coverage of that property. So whether it's a condo or a home, the physical property coverage falls onto the owner's policies, not the tenant's.
Is tenant insurance a requirement of a lease agreement under the Residential Tenancy Act? And also, why do I need liability insurance?
So a lot of landlords choose to have that as a condition as part of the lease, but it's not legally mandated in Alberta that tenants have to have renter's insurance. However, I strongly recommend they do, especially in the event of a liability claim. So say you're at fault and you cause damage to the building, or someone has a bodily injury claim. If you don't have renter's insurance, you're not covered for that, and you're gonna have to find a way to pay for those damages out of pocket. Liability insurance covers you for property damage and physical bodily injury to others. So if you leave the sink on in the bathroom and it floods and causes damage to the unit, as a renter, you're liable for that, and so you can file a claim and your insurance will cover for the repairs to that unit. Or say you have a skateboard in your unit and a friend comes over and trips and falls and they hurt themselves, you could be liable for that. And so then your insurance would cover any bodily injury claims that they have.
What if there's a flood and a tenant has to move from their home? How does tenant insurance work in that type of situation?
So in the event that the tenant cannot stay in the unit due to some sort of claim, that's another part of the renter's policy that's called your additional living expenses. So what that means is your insurance is going to cover you to stay at a hotel or an Airbnb or anything like that until you're able to go back to your unit that you're renting.
Now, what if a tenant causes the flood? Why isn't this covered by the owner?
If a tenant accidentally causes a flood to the unit, that's what liability insurance is for. You unintentionally damage the property, which is why the claim would go through the tenant's policy, not the unit owner's.
So how is this different than a tenant's car insurance?
So your renter's insurance covers your personal belongings regardless of where they are. So if your laptop is in your home or if it's in your car and it were to be stolen, that would be covered under your renter's insurance, not your car insurance.
So does a tenant's insurance cover their roommate or a pet?
Your renter's insurance does not automatically cover your roommates. They would need to be listed on the policy as a named insured. Your policy will cover your pets if they cause damage to the property. So if you are legally liable for the damage they caused, you would be covered.
So how does pricing work? A house versus an apartment, for example? What are the different coverages available?
So the pricing for renter's insurance varies from company to company, but generally what they're looking at is your age, your years of insurance experience, how many years you've gone claims free, and the type of building that you're living in. The rates for insurance for an apartment would be different than a house because the building materials that are used are different.
I look forward to doing this again soon.
It was a pleasure, Lauretta. We love our partnership with Emerald, and we're always happy to answer any questions you have about insurance.
There you go, other hand, perfect.